Well, I don't think anybody could have predicted this one. This is some wild stuff, boy. This is crazy times we're living in. I thought when Robert Downey Jr. passed away as Tony Stark at the end of Endgame that his tenure with Marvel was completely done, complete, and over with. But San Diego Comic-Con 2024 has brought us some new news that simply just isn't the case. The multiverse and the variants that has brought us a variety of situations that we didn't think possible. I won't go into spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine here, but that gave us some possibilities that was just unimaginable that we could consider ever happening again. It looks like they're following suit. Robert Downey Jr. is going to portray Dr. Victor Von Doom in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Or is he just going to be another variant of Tony Stark portraying Doctor Doom? Bet you didn't think about that one, did you? I am extremely curious to see how this is going to play out. I tell you what, when I first heard the news, of course, just like probably a lot of y'all, I thought it was fake. I thought it was propaganda. And quite frankly, I didn't like it. You know, the ending that Tony Stark had in Endgame was literally the perfect ending. However, as we've seen, I feel like Logan had the perfect ending in Logan. But what we've seen in Deadpool and Wolverine, it's definitely proven possible that these characters can come back in a justifiable amount of time and still make amazing content, even if one specific character arc ends. So, at this point, I have full confidence in Kevin Feige and his team to justify the return of Robert Downey Jr. back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. My confidence has been fulfilled. My believability for them to tell great stories with these actors and actresses and these characters has brought me back for sure. What's funny is, and kind of respectable as well, is with the return of specific actors and actresses into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, at least Kevin Feige is literally admitting that, like, hey, listen, we know we've made some stinkers in the past couple of years here. Some of these shows have been off-putting. Some of these movies have been lackluster as fuck. So we're taking responsibility. We're taking the initiative, and we're reaching back into the kettle to reach back to the actors and actresses that brought us the bajillion dollars and the fame and the glory that got us here in the first place. We're taking it back to the beginning. We're taking it back to the drawing board. And what better way to go right back to the drawing board to get this thing back on track is to go to the man that actually helped get you to the promised land in the first place. Without Robert Downey Jr., there is no Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's point blank, period. So going back to him, asking him to come back into the fray to portray a different character, even a villain at this point, come to think of it, I don't think I've ever seen Robert Downey Jr. portray a villain before. So it's be very cool to see his acting chops, which I know he is fully capable of doing that, especially after seeing him, Charlie Chaplin, Iron Man, Eisenhower, seeing him in those films definitely gives me the thought that he can handle any role that is thrown his way. So I'm very excited to see him master this role and make it just as iconic, if not more iconic, as the Doctor Doom than he was in Iron Man. Sucks for Jonathan Majors King. I mean, I'm under the assumption that his death in Ant-Man 3, that is a canon death now at this point. All of them are pretty much done. That story is complete. We have the next Avengers coming out in May 2026, Doom. So very excited to see that have to take on the Avengers. Man, I'm so excited to see just the opposite. It's going to be like a Catch-22 effect, honestly. You're seeing him fight on the side of good for so long and seeing Robert Downey be evil. Going for world domination and genocide, boy, it is going to be a hell of a spectacle to witness for sure. The Russo brothers are returning to direct this Avengers film. Don't forget, they're the ones that gave us Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. So very excited to see what they're able to do with the returning actors and characters that they are familiar with. So I have full confidence in their ability to be able to give us a wonderful, classic, memorable story that we will all hold dear to our hearts forever. So, man, my whistle has been wetted. I am so excited, boy. I cannot wait. People have already started to take their Doctor Doom action figures and place Tony Stark heads on it. We don't even know if he's actually going to look like, regular Tony Stark when the character is created. He might have a completely different haircut. He might shave off his goatee. You never know. Who knows, man? Now, I've already peeped some of the Facebook comment section on some of the Marvel groups, and of course, you got your chosen few fans who are already trying to act like, no, Robert Downey Jr. will always just be Iron Man. No one else, just Iron Man. I'm not going to support this. I'm not going to watch this. Oh, God, quit crying like some old bitch. Baby back, bitch. Baby back, bitch. Just accept the future, bro, and move on. Give it a chance. It's going to be cool. I feel like the right helms are leading this ship. Kevin Feige, Robert Downey Jr., the Russo brothers. Come on now. They gave us some of the best pictures that Marvel has ever seen. So, as long as the ship is within their hands, I have confidence. We don't know what kind of story they're going to give us, but I'm ready for it. I am excited, and I cannot wait to see what they produce. Also, shout out to everybody for not spoiling this surprise. I tell you what, my wife did make an interesting point. She, said that, tell you what, I would have rather have them just waited until it was closer to the movie itself. Maybe let's make the movie first and then try to come out with the fact that he's Dr. Von Doom. I think that would have even had a mega more bigger impact than revealing it now. Michael, you got a point. But fortunately, how the internet works, I don't think even Kevin Feige and his team would have been able to keep that under wraps for long. Robert Downey Jr. is just too big of an actor. But he's probably got stalkers and all kind of people just following him around and seeing him go to a studio every single day. Like, what are you doing? You're going onto the Burbank, California studio. What you doing, Robert? The future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is bright. It looks like they are getting back to form, only releasing a couple of movies a year and not a fluctuation of 4 to 5 movies and like 3 TV shows. I'm so happy for that. I'm glad they are changing it back to this direction. Focus on one movie at a time, get the story right, get the CGI right, get the special effects right. Make sure you have the right actors and actresses in the roles that they need to be in so that you can produce the best quality product that you can produce. It's not more about the quality of it. Sometimes quantity is cool, but sometimes it gets to a point where you have to refocus back on the quality of the project, make us find the passion to help us remember why we fell in love with the product in the first place. They released a bunch of new imagery for the new Fantastic Four as well, kind of getting some of our first official looks as Pedro Pascal and his Mr. Fantastic role. I'm very excited to see him portray this character as well. As we've all heard, it takes place in the 60s, looks like 70s. It's going to be Marvel's first family. So very excited to see where this takes us. I have a lot of confidence in this movie as well. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Fantastic Fours in the early 2000s, but they were good popcorn flicks, especially the one with the Silver Surfer. So, I'm excited to see the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Kevin Feige and his team tackle one of Marvel's most popular franchises for the last 70 years. So, and that's really about it, man. Just wanted to cover some of these mega announcements that just got brought out in the past 24 hours. So, I just released my Deadpool Wolverine review the other day as well. So, make sure you check that out. If you've seen the movie, I'd really appreciate that. If you have thoughts, comments, and concerns, make sure you hit the comment section below. I'd really appreciate that. If you enjoyed my take on these announcements, make sure you hit that like button. I'd appreciate that as well. And if you feel so inclined, if you're interested in Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the movies in general, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out when I make my announcements on certain aspects of the movies or I do my movie reviews. I'd really appreciate the support, truly, and always. Okay, you can follow me at youtube.com/marjack79. I am also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And as always, my friends, I will see y'all on the next one. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.